Good morning, y'all. So I am headed up to, I'm technically in spring. Y'all know how big spring is. I'm headed up and over to Northeast Spring to a neighborhood called Imperial Oaks and a section of Imperial Oaks called Imperial Oaks Forest. Oh yeah, shadow on my face, awesome. But I am going to show y'all my itinerary. I am meeting this client for the very first time. Her name is Jenny. Hi, Jenny. And I am so excited. So we have already written an offer for this house, and she lives up in Dallas, or the Dallas area, and she is on her way down right now. And we are going to see this house before we put an offer in on it. Let's see if we can get a better angle. There we go. No more shadow on the face. So elephant in the room. Can we make this light? Yes, we can. Elephant in the room. I darkened my hair, y'all, so it's more of a natural brown. I took out all of the blonde, and this is just really good lighting. I do not self-tan. This is Jordan needs a tan, and we just got really good lighting going on right now. But I'm leaving the zip code 77379, and I think we're going to 77389. So it is a 23-mile drive, and technically, well, 23 minute. It is an 18-minute drive. So let me show you our itinerary, and then I'm going to let y'all take a little drive with me. So this is our schedule. We're going to see a house in Spring, then a house up in Conroe, which is on the north side of the Woodlands, and then back down to Spring to Northampton. So the second house is actually in, can I remember, a section of Jacob's Reserve. The third house is in Northampton. The fourth house is in the city of Pinehurst, pretty much Tomball, and the neighborhood is called Woodtrace. And then the last one's in Glenlock Farms. So these are actually all neighborhoods that I recommend. So I'm really excited that I get to show you neighborhoods that I love. But this is, I think it's out of focus. This is our cute little itinerary for the day. And I have flyers for each house in here. And then a fancy cute picture of me with more blonde hair. But that is what we are going to check out today. So we're crossing over. My car keeps making a funny noise. Y'all, I'm ready for a new car. So we're crossing over Spring Cypress right now, or we were. Now we're on Student Airline. Or we've been on Student Airline, but we are on Student Airline. And we are working our way to Grand Parkway 99, which is a toll road. It is probably my favorite road, the one I most frequent, just because it gets me around Houston. So if y'all are not new to the channel, you know that I work the Houston suburbs, and Grand Parkway 99 is what makes that possible. So I guess you could say this video is sponsored by Grand Parkway 99. So if you go east, you can get all the way to Kingwood. And if you... Hi, friend. And if you go west, you can get all the way down to Sugarland. So it is definitely my favorite. It takes you through Katy and Cypress, Tomball and Spring and Porter and New Caney, Humble. It is my favorite road for sure. So on the left, you have Hooks Airport. And you can actually buy hangers. So if you are looking to purchase a hanger, I would love to show one to y'all. I think that would be one of the most fun things to sell here in Spring. So tons of people getting ready to have a nice, beautiful day up in the air. So there's even a restaurant here. It's called Aviator Grill. Ooh, there's I thought it was artillery stuff, but it just said flammable, so some gas. So in front of me is a road called FM 2920. This takes you all the way from Grand Parkway 99 on the left all the way to I-45 on the right. So this is a really good connector. I used to use this a lot, and Spring Cypress, before Grand Parkway 99 was built. But there are so many back roads to get all around Houston, and there are some that take us up into the Woodlands, like Kirkendall and Gosling. Those are my two favorites. And if you take 2920 to 2978, then you can go up to the back of the Woodlands. So that's how we would get to Wood Forest if we were going to Wood Forest today. So besides showing houses today, I guess we're showing about 5 houses today. Besides showing these homes, I also have an interview on the itinerary, so maybe y'all will get a glimpse of that. So I'm interviewing for an assistant position. I have this tiny team behind the scenes that helps me put some of my blog posts on different websites. They help me with some of my emails when they're to someone I don't really know, or title work, you know, communicating with different people for me. So we are interviewing for a new one, and I'm super excited. Change is good. I have to keep telling myself that change is good. I don't think I like change. I mean, obviously I like growth, but I'm not a huge fan of change. And so I think that's kind of how a lot of people are. Green light, friends. So beautiful open highway. So again, Grand Parkway 99 is a toll road, and you're gonna hear a little more road noise than normal. We have the microphone hooked up. I always say we, but it's just I. Y'all know I'm the only one in the car right now. It's not like it's like it's not staying focused, so sorry for the blurriness. So there is Kirkendall and Spring-Studner. So we are going to pass my favorite shopping center here in a little bit. So on the left is the Champion School of Real Estate. I've taken a handful of classes there. Really good, reputable place to go. On the right is going to be the Grand Parkway Marketplace. So that's where you're going to find the best Target. There is, I believe, a TJ Maxx there. There is Ross and Burlington, 5 and Below, Ulta, Party City, Uncle Julio's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Willie's, La Madeleine, DSW. There is a pet store, Carter's, PetSmart. Cavender's on my left, Men's Warehouse. Oh, the big Amazon building. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of behind this truck. That's how we get everything in like 3 hours. It's super exciting. Not the best for the environment. So there's Klein High School, which is a local high school. There are a handful of high schools in the Klein area. So we are going to exit Burnham Woods in 8.3 miles. So this area we're going to, it's one of the intersections is Rayford and Grand Parkway 99. Rayford takes you all the way to I-45 and makes a little triangle of an area. But in this, oh, that accident, Kaylee got stuck in that yesterday for like an hour. Horrible. So let's see here. I call this area like the New Spring area. The neighborhoods up here that are really amazing are going to be, so you have the north side of Grand Parkway 99 and you have the south side of Grand Parkway 99, and all of this is east of I-45. And I know a lot of people say you don't want to live east of I-45, but what they mean is in the Woodlands, the west side is the most desirable, and there is a small section on the east side that has lesser rating schools. And then on the east side of Spring, you have where you'll find downtown Spring, so like Old Town Spring. That zip code is 77373, and that is Spring ISD, so that's the least desirable area in Spring because the school ratings are so low. So those are the east areas that people try to avoid. There's a river, can't remember which one it is, but there's a river, I think it's like Spring Creek, but there's a river that cuts the southeast edge of Spring in half, and the southwestern portion is at 77373, and then on the other side of that, I think it's 389. That is the area we're going to, but we're actually going to the north side where you find Imperial Oaks, and then on the south side, the really good neighborhoods are going to be Harmony, Bender's Landing Estates, Spring Trails, and Woodson's Reserve. Those are the most desirable areas on this half of town. Right after Woodson's Reserve is a brand new neighborhood called the Highland. That I did a video tour of that neighborhood. It's up and coming. I've already sold 3 houses there. No one's even moved in yet. It is amazing. It's going to be a lot like Wood Forest. They have their own golf course, their own club, their own amazing amenities. It's going to be awesome, and they're going to have on-site schools and some commercial, and it's just going to be this big, beautiful master plan community, and I'm so excited to sell it. And again, that's the Highlands. So we're coming up on I-45. You have Dallas to the north and downtown Houston to the south. This is an exit I take when I'm going to the Woodlands, but we are not going to the Woodlands today. I actually don't have any homes in the Woodlands. When you're trying to maximize your dollar, you want a newer home, you're typically on the edge of the Woodlands, and this is going to, I'll just show y'all a map of all the houses we're going to look at, but this definitely keeps us on the edge of the Woodlands. So all of these homes are going to be 15, one of them is really close, but the rest of them are 15 to 20 minutes away from the Woodlands. And as long as you're 30 minutes from the Woodlands, you're going to still be happy with that commute. Most don't want anything over a 30-minute commute. First, we're going to pass Hardy Toll Road. This takes you to the airport. Don't get stuck on Hardy Toll Road. You have to go like 10 minutes before you can turn around. I have quite often accidentally taken that exit, not going this direction, but trying to get off of I-45. Exits all right next to each other when you're heading south, trying to head west. So H-E-B, Sonic, Panera, Walmart, Whataburger, Mod Pizza. There's even a sushi place. So now we're in Montgomery County. We were in Harris County, but we crossed over to Montgomery County. There we're going over like creeks and water and stuff. You won't be able to see it on this side, but there is a nature preserve out here, the Mercer Arboretum. It's amazing. It's, I think, to the right. When the intersection, you can typically see it, like if you're up higher. So there's Rayford. Normally I take that exit, but we're going a little bit more east. This area there's Spring Trails. That's an amazing neighborhood, really nice amenities, fantastic location. So that's going to be the first neighborhood on the right, and then after that is Harmony, Bender's Landing Estates, and then Woodson's Reserve. And then after, there's another creek up here. After the creek, on the other side of the creek, then you have the Highlands. So tons of shopping here. Anytime you're anchored by an H-E-B, you know you're going to have really good options. So then you have Walmart, Popeyes, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A. There's a brand new, really nice Kroger. So the Walmart's like a small Walmart. Lots of restaurants. As you go farther down, I think most people will go back to get to where they're like shopping, but as you go farther down, there's even more shopping. So we're actually going to U-turn. There's even a Starbucks over here. So Bender's Landing and Bender Landing Estates are to the right. So in this Imperial Oaks section, you have lots of different neighborhoods. You have the Falls at Imperial Oaks, you have the Meadows at Imperial Oaks, and then you have the original section of Imperial Oaks. Where we're going today is a really nice area that was built in the early 2000s, and the home we're going to was built in 2005, and it's called Imperial Oaks Forest. So I'm pretty sure this is one that shares amenities with Imperial Oaks. The other ones I mentioned have their own amenities, so the Meadows at Imperial Oaks and the Falls at Imperial Oaks. There are some other neighborhoods over here. I'm not as big of a fan of them, but there's the Legends at, I can't remember what the name is, but there's a gated section. There is, I just remember I hated the traffic because there was this 2-lane road, but they've opened it up. But there's definitely other neighborhoods over here. There's a neighborhood called Fox Run. So on this side, so the other side is really high end. Over here, you have older neighborhoods meshed up with newer neighborhoods, where everything on that side is very new. So anyways, you just have to drive through it. I personally, if I'm spending $300, $400, $500 plus $1,000 on a home, I wouldn't want it right next to $200,000 homes. And I think that's what you're gonna see. So like right now we see this kind of yucky little fence and some homes, and so you can kind of get what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure anytime you're next to a Walmart, Legends Run is what's up here. I'm pretty sure whenever you're next to a Walmart that doesn't do good things for the value of your home or neighborhood or the value of the land. And so y'all can make your own assumptions. But I totally understand everyone has a different budget and we're all in different phases of our life. So I totally am on the same page with y'all if you are not in the higher price points. So you have Legends Run here on the right. And then this is like the original Rayford area. You have a Kroger up here, Taco Bell, lots of other options. And then we have another entrance. We have Legends Ranch right here on the right. These are going to be larger lot. Well, no, that's the gated section. The other one is the larger lots. So Legends Ranch. And this is actually where my turn is. So this where you're going to find really large lots. So this is another section of Legends Ranch. This is the estate section, so this is where you're getting the large lots. So you have to decide if you want to be on a main road. That's the trade-off over here for the larger lots. Are 2 minutes away from the first home on Kingsway Park. So beautiful pine trees, as is for most of the neighborhoods here in Houston, Texas, in the suburbs. And all of the neighborhoods back here that I've listed are all connected. There are roads connecting all of them. So this originally used to be 2 lanes on my left, and now it's 4 lanes, which is awesome. So fire station. We are technically in one of the Imperial Oaks communities, just on the edge of it. So there are really good amenities in this neighborhood and sidewalks. Not all communities here have sidewalks, so anytime I'm filming in a neighborhood with sidewalks, I like to mention that. So when I get close to the house, I am gonna put the camera down.
You like the snow?
I do. I think it's awesome. Of course, I parked really far away because there's that fire hydrant, and I couldn't remember how far away you have to park from a fire hydrant, and I didn't want them to judge me if I was too close to the fire hydrant. So we're getting our walk on. The air is so crisp. I forgot my coat, but it doesn't matter. It is so nice out. The sun is beating down, and I have a sweater on. So I am good.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Imperial Oaks Boulevard.
So the house was a no-go. A big no-go. It was just a little too DIY. Just a little. So we are driving through Imperial Oaks right now. There are...
Turn right onto Imperial Oaks Boulevard.
And we are going to sneak our way back up to Conroe. So there is a sign with all the different sections of Imperial Oaks, and I didn't get to capture it, but I'm trying to see what neighborhood we're going into now. Be careful. Oh, baseball practice. How cute. Soccer fields. That's nice. So the Meadows is behind us. I wish they would have been a little more original with the names. Imperial Oaks Park 2 and Imperial Oaks Park 3. I still love Imperial Oaks. I think it's a really good option for good schools, great location, good amenities, sidewalks. So the orientation is a little off, but kind of shows you where we're going. So even though you see the word the Woodlands there in the middle, the Woodlands is like this whole area and farther back and farther down. But like here, all the way up to there is the Woodlands and all the way back. So it's funny how it gets a little bit rural out here. It's more baseball fields. So pretty much, not all of the neighborhoods out here, but a good majority of the neighborhoods out here have some rural touching them, but not forever. I like this area we're going to right now, like going through. My dad's, or our old catering kitchen was back here. But it was just really affordable land close to the Woodlands, so it's been developed industrial. And then you have like houses. I do have some land for sale right now back here for it's a couple acres for $430, $470, can't remember, something in the 400s. It's actually on that road, Derby Loop. y'all via a screenshot. So originally the Woodlands had like height restrictions, and when it was sold, that was changed. But it's just funny, the Woodlands used to be hiding over there, and there's big old hello towers. It's a cute dry cleaner. One day I hope they put a light here. Kitchen was just right over there in the industrial park and a business park. So we are at Robinson Road, and that takes us into Oak Ridge North, which is a little city / community on my left, and where you see lights up there and the road going up, that's I-45, so that's the Woodlands. So this is how close we are to the Woodlands right now. There's a really cute park up here. Hopefully I can show to y'all. At Oak Ridge North. So if you want a larger lot, the edge of the Woodlands, really low taxes, even though the Woodlands has low taxes, but really low taxes, and you don't mind being sandwiched around commercial, then Oak Ridge North could be the neighborhood for you. Park is on the right. Super cute park. And again, you're sandwiched around commercial. My dad used to love this Chinese food restaurant. Let's see if it's still there. I don't know if it's still there. I see Hibachi Kitchen with a brand new sign, so I don't think that restaurant he likes is there anymore. Bolero, the world's most expensive bowling alley. It's fun though, and the food's good, and the drinks are good. So this is how close we are to the Woodlands right now. We're going to finagle the word? Probably not. Our way onto I-45. So this is the main highway running north and south, cutting Houston in half, east and west. Corridor truck. Those are some food trucks right here off of 1488. You have some really big apartments here on the right and on the left. So in a second on the left, we're going to have the neighborhood of Stillwater. It is a very nice neighborhood bordered by the forest here. Sam Houston, I believe. So this is a huge, long highway that takes you all the way back to, well, it takes you very, very far actually. I think it takes you to 249, but it takes you all through the north side of the Woodlands. So there's one of the entrances of Stillwater. So we might be between two forests, but we have W.G. Jones State Forest, I think. And then Sam Houston is up here as well, I believe. Texas A&M Forest Service. So tons of hiking options up here on the edge of town. We're sandwiched between semi-trucks right now, but there's an H-E-B semi-truck that is the most popular grocery store here in the Houston area. So a bunch of restaurants and retail here on both sides of the road. Those Berkshire apartments are a really good option if you're only renting for 6 months. So back here you also have the neighborhood of Carriage Hills, so really large lots. My entrance is really pretty when there aren't a million cars here. Now you do have some apartments on the right, townhomes and patio homes on the left. Is the builder in this section, which is a D.R. Horton company. But again, Carriage Hills is back here and it is very established. They're a little low-key on the amenities though. Reserve has really good amenities. Where all the model homes used to be. I don't think I've ever driven around Carriage Hills with y'all before. So mostly older homes, but every once in a while you'll see a newer one. So we have Oak Estates, Jacobs Reserve, Meadows, tons of different sections. So we are in Montgomery County. So the Woods is a gated section on the right. You have the Grove, which is not a gated section. Homes are in the high 3s and 4s in there. Same schools as the Woodlands, all A-rated. So there are two amazing high schools in the Woodlands High School and College Park, the Woodlands. I did a blog post and YouTube video comparing the two colleges. So they are both A-rated. One is technically a tiny bit better than the other, but I think on the flip side, one that doesn't have as high of overall ratings is a smaller school, so and they both have different programs. The landscaping here is really pretty. Holly Terrace, the Pines, these are all just different names of different sections. So we're gonna turn right. So there is the 1488 entrance to the Woodlands. We are on 1488 right now. The land on my right is technically owned by the Woodlands. I don't know how far it goes, but at the light, it's owned by the Woodlands there. That just shows you how pretty the Woodlands is. Personally, I think so. Cutting me off is a good idea. So we have Burger King and H-E-B. There's a Specs, some restaurants. This road here on the left is Kirkendall. So y'all have probably seen me on Kirkendall a million times in my videos. So in the Kirkendall entrance to the Woodlands, this goes pretty far. Technically Kirkendall goes all the way into Houston, but you can take it into Spring, pretty close to where I live. So again, we're on 1488. They did not like the last house. It was at the bottom of their price point, so that definitely makes sense, and it's super, super common when someone has a wide range. They typically do not like the items at the bottom, or the homes at the bottom of their list. So we are driving over to Wood Forest really, really quick. Hopefully it doesn't mess up our schedule, but Wood Forest was not on the itinerary, but it is now. So there is a shooting range right there, and they have archery. But we're going to Wood Forest to check out a house and to drive around the neighborhood really quick, because I think Wood Forest is going to be the right option for this family. So I'm really excited to get the chance to show them Wood Forest. We are about to come up on the intersection where Foster's Ridge is. Foster's Ridge also has the same schools as the Woodlands. So you have Stillwater, Foster's Ridge, Jacobs Reserve, Carriage Hills. Those are all neighborhoods on the edge of the Woodlands that zone to the same schools, so all A-rated schools. This Escape is a movie theater. And then there is this one's new, but there is a shopping center on the right. Well, let's go over this. So this right here is Del Webb. So this is a 55 plus community. So it is the newest 55 plus. There is still some new construction in there, and the tax rate is only 1.97. So if you live over here, here's a bunch of shopping. There's also active adult and a retirement living, and then there are apartments, I believe. Getting close to Audubon. Audubon is in Tomball, 9 miles ahead. So we are getting close to the congestion or the back of the Woodlands. So there are two backs of the Woodlands. This is the edge. So this intersection is 1488 and 2978. The 2978 is definitely the back of the Woodlands for sure. And where it meets Woodlands Parkway, that's like the center of the back, and this is the edge of the back. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But tons of growth happening out here. So you do have a Target out here. You have a Kroger out here. All of these strip centers have just practically popped up overnight. That Mercy House is my favorite place to buy birthday gifts. It's all stuff from around the country, helps support women and families in other countries. So I think my daughter works at that station. So Sonic. So we are so close to Wood Forest. We are 5 or so minutes away from Wood Forest. It's definitely from the second light we're about to go through. So the Target and Home Depot are hidden over here. There is also, I can't remember if it's a TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I think it's a Marshall's over in this corner as well. So Home Depot's back there, everything I just mentioned.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Egypt Community Road, Hania Egypt Road.
Target, Ross, Five Guys, and it is a TJ Maxx. Kroger, Little Caesars. There's a brand new H-E-B up here on the right. That's really nice. And that corner over
Turn right onto Egypt Community Road, Hania Egypt Road. Continue for 3 miles.
So we are only 3 miles from Wood Forest, which is super awesome. So I was able to add it to the car. When I left the last house, I did not have reception. So there's a handful of gas stations. There's a neighborhood right there. I think it's Durango Creek. Larger lots, if I'm not mistaken. I know down this street there's large lots. I assume, no, that's Woodland Oaks. So Woodland Oaks, I have a friend that lives there. I sold her the house. That's actually the neighborhood I got my puppy dog in. Oh, that's a cute metal building. So we're trying to figure out what building structure we put on the land that we just bought as our first building. So we were going to have our first building be our main building, but I think we're going to start with a smaller building first. That way we have something right away, and then the big building would have taken 6 to 12 months depending on materials. And so if we do a smaller one, we can have one up and running in 2 months. So I think that's what we're going to do. There's some really nice neighborhoods over here, kind of all hidden behind the fence and the trees. But there's a lake in here, and there are houses on the lake. So 1.5 miles. So I always tell people you're 5 minutes from the back of the Woodlands if you live in Wood Forest. On the new bridge, we're on the old bridge, but the new bridge is to the left, so we have a new access road for getting in and out of Montgomery now. So they just doubled the highway, which is awesome. It's not really a highway, they just doubled the road. So that bridge is a tiny bit higher and a tiny bit fancier. So we are about to be in Wood Forest, y'all. I love Wood Forest. If I was not a realtor, I would probably live up here. I super adore it. The growth has been astronomical. Over 10,000 people live in this community. This is like the Woodlands 2.0 minus all the commercial. It's not broken up into villages, but it definitely has a lot to offer. There are definitely different sections of it. Y'all have probably seen this drive a million times because I have been to Wood Forest a lot, and I have definitely vlogged in Wood Forest a ton. But Wood Forest has their own website, woodforesttx.com. Definitely recommend checking out their website, especially if you're curious about all the amenities in this award-winning master plan community. They have a nature park here. They have swimming pools and the world's best splash pad. I love the splash pad in here. This park on the right is really nice. So the golf cart tour, oh my gosh, you don't have to see this. I don't know what's going on over here, but there's a dinosaur. Bake sale. Aw, I don't know if I have any cash on me. See, this is why you live in Wood Forest. This place is awesome. So there's the bake sale. Went through the whole month of January with no desserts. I had is it latke? I don't know what it's called, but I had some fancy Indian or Mediterranean dessert for the first time, the other day. But it's February now, so technically I'm allowed, but I definitely am not addicted to chocolate anymore. Anytime I have like a really high stress moment, I do want a piece of chocolate, but I definitely do not cave in like I used to. So that section right there, you can build a very nice custom home. But there are a whole bunch of sections of Wood Forest that you can build custom homes. So I think there's 3 or 4 sections. So there's still room for growth here in the community. And then you have the crest, which is the newest section. The only thing negative about the crest is that the lots are smaller and there are a lot of starter homes in that area. Pinehurst is the newest section. Going to go to that bake sale really quick. So we are headed to Pinehurst, to essentially Tomball, to Woodtrace to check out a house really quick that we have an appointment for, and then we are going to do a tiny bit of backtracking and see a couple different homes in spring. So we're changing up the schedule a little bit. So next will be Pinehurst, Woodtrace. So it's a 30-minute drive, so I'll catch y'all on the drive. Try to hustle over there because my clients are driving around where we just looked at a house, but I assume they're about to get back on the road and head to Woodtrace. Such a beautiful day. There was no close parking. Oh, now there is. Nature Park. So we got a whole bunch of goodies. Lincoln loves blueberry muffins, and I got a couple extra for my client and a couple cookies. So definitely save the kids. I showed y'all a little like flyer that they had posted, so I don't know if there's any way to donate, but y'all should donate to these people. Oh, I'm going to screenshot the Venmo and y'all can Venmo the money to save the kids. So now we're going to hustle to Woodtrace. That's a gated section. You cannot live in there because that's where the owner lives. The owner of the golf course and his family. Super fancy. So Wood Forest is behind us and a turn, but we are headed down 1488. So the intersection of 1488 and 2970 is where we just came from. To the left is the Tamina area, so there's actually a weekly farmers market. So when we see the HEB, the road, the farmers market will be to our left. So there's the HEB, and at that light is Tamina Road. It's a really cute area. It used to be more residential and now it's more commercial, so like industrial. But here's a fabulous HEB, and then it's over there. So the farmers market is probably my favorite one. If I had more time, I definitely would stop. There's a booth that sells Indian food, and they have the best egg rolls in the whole entire world. So delish. So we're gonna drive down this road for 4.5 miles, and it will take us to Spur 149, which will take us to 249, which will take us down into Tomball, and we will stop at Woodtrace. So we have Cimarron Creek on the left. It's a new community that's been developed. Windcrest. So we are still in Magnolia. Lake Windcrest is a very popular neighborhood. I've shown it in there a lot and sold some homes in there. The lots are huge. I love Lake Windcrest. It's a very pretty lake in there. So I'm passing Thousand Oaks right now. Some of the most beautiful homes you will ever see are in there. And then Moston Manor. 1488 is where it's happening if you want a large lot, a really beautiful home, and you have a couple extra dollars to spend. One day we're going to have to drive through Thousand Oaks. Definitely, for sure. So we are technically in Magnolia city limits now, and check out this brand new HEB that they're building. So excited. This intersection is definitely going to be changing. There's Magnolia High School. Looks like some activities are happening there today. You know that saying that you can't fix stupid? I just got off the phone. Well, I just got off the phone with someone I really like. But before that, the reason why I was on the phone with the person I like, you can't fix stupid, y'all. You just can't. So, dealing with craziness. We are now all the way to 249. So we're only 8 minutes from Woodtrace. And we're sitting underneath the overpass. How fancy is that? So we just got off of the spur. And we drove through, not through Magnolia, because downtown Magnolia is over here, but we drove through part of Magnolia. So we're going to ride the feeder of 249. Well, no, we're not. We're going to get back on the road. The feeder ends, y'all, so we have to get back on the highway and then jump back off. So good old 57 cents down the drain. Just kidding. Silly. They should have definitely made a feeder for people that live in this neighborhood. It's only half a mile away. So I'm turning into Woodtrace. On the right, we have a really beautiful fountain. Eventually there'll be commercial here at the front of the neighborhood, maybe apartments. Apartments seem to be really, really common. They build up this neighborhood, get really good ratings established in the schools, maybe even build a new elementary school. So this house backs up to that little road there. So the gate does close in the evening. Eventually the neighborhood gets to vote if they want it to be a manned gate or just this like electronic entry. I don't think I have a lot of videos driving around Woodtrace, just kind of like what I'm doing today. But there's a clubhouse, there's a spring-fed lake, there's a whole bunch of model homes, yeah. And there's food trucks today. The amenities are really nice in here. They have a swimming pool, kayak launch, some really good builders in here, really beautiful homes. Let's see what we get to check out. More beautiful pine trees, walking trails, and sidewalks, y'all. bus stop zone. Really beautiful homes in here. So we just left Woodtrace, and it was a very nice home. You saw it. The colors are a little bit darker, but it doesn't turn off my client, so it's definitely an option. But we are headed to Glenlock Farms right now, which is a neighborhood I grew up nannying, babysitting, and tutoring inside of, so this is going to be fun. It's across the street essentially from where I live in Memorial Northwest, so my little stomping grounds. But jumping onto 249, we'll be on the highway for 7 miles, and then we'll jump over to Grand Parkway 99. Did I say 249? So 249, then Grand Parkway 99. We're 18 minutes away, so we're coming from this Tomball Pinehurst area over to the Spring Klein area, and yeah. So clear skies, open roads. We are pretty close to we are pretty close to Lone Star College, which I actually got my associates from, so super fun community college. I got to be editor-in-chief of the paper. I loved going to Lone Star. I wish I would have had a tiny bit more focus on school when I went there, but I definitely enjoyed it, made a lot of friends, and I'm actually still friends with some of my teachers, so I really do love and advocate for Lone Star. On the right, like behind the trees. I wish I could give you all a better view of it, but it's over there. They also have a public library that anyone can access. Super cool. Tennis courts that are open. Performing arts studio. There's the library, and then the school's behind that. So we are exiting Grand Parkway 99. As of right now, there is not an exit ramp, so we are going to get onto the feeder, but in the distance you can see that they're building entrance and exit ramps and whatnots for 99 to get on and off at 249. So if you were to turn right, that would take you west all the way to Cypress, and then Tomball, then Fulshire, Sugarland, Richmond, all that's over there. So we're gonna turn left, which takes us into Spring, and if you go farther, the Woodlands, different areas of Tomball, Porter, New Caney, Humble, and then construction. I'm so used to saying the word new construction because how did they fit that there? And how are they going to get that down? That's crazy. I wanted to show y'all real quick that I'm playing with fire. Look at that, 19 miles. That's all I have left. And we have 4.3 miles left. We're actually going to drop the Northampton house, which is a coincidence, but I wouldn't even been able to go there. I would have had to go home and switch cars because today was not planned, y'all. So I had no idea I was showing houses today, and I did not charge my car last night, which is dumb because we could be having blackouts or whatever because the weather is so insanely cold. So I'm dumb for not charging my car. But oh well. So we popped onto Grand Parkway 99 for a hot second, and we're gonna jump off on Glenlock Forest Drive and Champion Forest Drive. So this is Glenlock Farms. To my right. I think it technically ends at the railroad tracks, but Glenlock Farms is to the right. We have a CVS, a really nice HEB. There's a Taco Bell, McDonald's, Mod Pizza, like an auto parts store, Iron Tribe, which is a fitness center. I'm trying to think what else is in front of us, but tons of stuff up here at that intersection. Popeyes. There's a pho place. That land is for sale. One of my friends, like an old family friend, is selling that. That's 49 acres for sale over there. For like, I can't remember if it's $7 million. Something like that. He told me he wants me to sell it. So if you want 49 acres, call me. That Jiffy Lube is new, and then a new preschool called Ivy Kids. Getting close. Glenlock Farms is a very beautiful neighborhood, very well established. They have an equestrian center, a fitness center, a golf course and club, 2 swimming pools, I think. The golf course is really nice. It's a sister club to Augusta Pines, so you also have access to Augusta Pines. We are like sneaking in the back way, like the back side way. It's really pretty during the summer and spring months. My orthodontist is in here. So I have a whole entire driving tour of Glenlock Farms. So if you're interested in Glenlock Farms, check that out. There's also a handful of parks and 2 on-site elementary schools. There is a gated portion and then an estate section, which is not gated, but that's where the nicest homes are. So like million and multi-million-dollar homes are in the estates. And there's at least one gated section, if not a couple. So there's the park and the lake and the swimming pool and the tennis courts. Lots of tennis courts. Getting closer to the home. So there's the Manor Estate. So that's the one gated section that I have stapled to my mind, but it definitely could be more than one. I just finished showing this house in Glenlock Farms. Super cute. I'm gonna I think y'all saw the front already, but I'll show it to you. So that cute house, it definitely was all original. It needs some upgrades, like a total remodel, but very good bones in a really good neighborhood. So again, we're in Gleannloch Farms, a really good neighborhood on a cul-de-sac. So definitely an option. And I am done for the day, y'all. I am going to head home, get my charge on, or honestly, I'm gonna switch vehicles and continue with the rest of my day. But yeah, I might take y'all with me, I might not. Let's see what happens. So y'all got to see a whole bunch of communities with me. So that's probably the end of our house hunting for the day. This is a tricky intersection. So no more house hunting, but I do have that interview. And I don't know, I felt like it was a really good, productive day. It's 1:50. We started at 10 a.m. And so we went, let's see, 4 hours, right? So really good 4 hours, really productive. Got to see a whole bunch of different neighborhoods and drained the battery, but no big deal. So we are going to pass some stuff real quick and I'm going to show it to you. So here you see Hostler Elementary School. So this is one of the two elementary schools in Glenlock Farms. And if you do the driving tour, you can see this entrance is beautiful. So Glenlock Farms has the fountains at the front and the red doors. So maybe you can see it there. There you go. So this car wash has like a detail aspect to it, a detail station. I love that place for getting my car detailed. And then Blue Oyster Bar and Seafood is amazing. That Montessori school is really good. I've never been to Vito's, which is that restaurant right there, but it's been there for a while, so it must be good. There's a barber shop in there, but I love the fried red snapper, I think. It's like chicken fried chicken style. It is to die for. And then, so there is the neighborhood of Gleannloch Farms. So up here you have an Ace Hardware store, which we try to go there often. You have tons of banks, a Kroger. And then if you turn left on Champion Forest, that will take y'all back to that HEB you already saw. That OMG Burger is pretty good. There's a Dairy Queen, Taco Bell, CVS, Walgreens. There is a really good pizza place up here. Crust. There's Starbucks and Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Chipotle. There's an ice cream place called Handles. There's a liquor store. There's a Mexican restaurant that a lot of people like. I might not be a fan. But McDonald's. I'm trying to think what else, but tons of options, a handful of gas stations. But yeah, so we're at the intersection of Champion Forest and Spring Cypress. To the left is Gleannloch Farms and to the right is Memorial Northwest. So now we're transitioning from Gleannloch Farms to Rico's, Pizza Hut, Subway, to Memorial Northwest. So older, established community homes range from the late 60s to the late 90s, most of them being built in the 70s and 80s. It's so interesting to think about how slow growth was back then, because a neighborhood of this size would take like 10 to 15 years, and back then it was like 30. But tons of character in here. Some homes have been well cared for and some not as much, so that's definitely something you have to navigate your way around, but it's very evident when a house was or wasn't taken care of. So inside here you have Tice Elementary School and you have Dory Intermediate School, so that's the middle school, and then the homes are zoned to Klein High School. The big difference between Glenlock Farms and Memorial Northwest when it comes to schooling is, yes, they both have on-site elementary schools, and yes, they have the same middle school, but they have different high schools. So this is Klein High School and the other one's Klein Cain. Technically, you could view Klein Cain as better. They both have the same ratings, but Klein Cain is a new high school, so a lot of people like that, especially teachers. So I think you might be getting maybe a better quality of teacher, because I would assume most teachers that are farther into their profession want to be at a newer school, so more experienced teachers, I'm guessing, are at Klein Cain. But it's definitely something that I have access to. You can find out how long the teachers have been teaching at each school, so they'll show you, between 1 and 5 years is this many teachers, and so on and so forth. So there are homes of all different sizes in here. You have ones under 3,000 square feet all the way up to homes that are 6,000 square feet. So Champion Forest is the road we're on right now. Champion Forest takes you all the way into Champion Forest. So Champion Forest was where my family grew up, and so I'm definitely still in the same stomping grounds from when my dad was a child. So I just sold that house. Super, super cute house. I love the trees in my neighborhood. Again, negative wise, there are no sidewalks. There are sidewalks on the main busy roads, but not on the smaller streets. So we have officially gone full circle, because that is the second shot of this vlog. I'm kind of scared to see how long this vlog is going to be. So I made it home with, let's see, it might be 9, but with 10 miles on the charge to spare. I would like to say I'm really good at reversing, but I just have a reverse camera. So we have the tarp up so that we can hang out on the portage. There you go, 10 miles, y'all. We made it. We made it. I am loved. They were trying to get me. Hi, Pepper. You need a trim, friend. And Jagger and Hans. Okay, I have 2 phone calls I have to make really, really quick. Oh my gosh. It is very tasty up here.
We can hot glue it later or something. You gotta put all this food away.
So I am in my husband's truck now, and I'm driving to Starbucks for that interview really, really quick. I always say that, but I don't think it's going to be really, really quick. That's just a habit of mine. So this is Tice Mill Road in Memorial Northwest, and we're just going to drive through here, and then Memorial Northwest Estates, and then Glen Haven. It might be Glen Haven Estates. So all 3 neighborhoods are connected together, and that will take you to Spring Cypress, and then we're going to turn left on Spring Cypress. But if we were to turn right, that's where the new office is going to be. So I'm just going to make this trek. So over there where you see the really tall trees, that is where our land is. So Glenhaven Estates, there's the Pack. That's a really good place for theater and I think dance and such too. So Glenlock Farms is just right over there. So come in full circle again. We have, ooh, that's not good lighting. We have made it to Starbucks. So this Starbucks is right next to a Chick-fil-A, and I'll show it to you. So there's the Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. This is the Starbucks I come to when I want to get stuff done. The other Starbucks on the Weta is where I go if I want a good chat, because all the people that hang out in that Starbucks, I feel like they don't hang out there anymore. All the old guys. I have not seen all the old guys since COVID started, but that Starbucks on the Weta is where I would go when I wanted to hang out and getting work done wasn't super important. But this one's usually colder, so even though it's cold, I still get more done here. This sweater, has it been this whole way, this whole time? Holy cow, makes my face look so chubby. But anyways, interview went really good. I think we talked for 2 or 3 hours. Holy cow, my throat hurts so bad because we actually didn't get anything to drink at Starbucks, so I am definitely dehydrated. But interview, oh my gosh, you definitely stopped before me. Interview, children should not be allowed to drive. I'm probably gonna delete the dirty look I just gave that person out of the camera. Edit it out of the video. But so interview went super good. I don't know, I really liked her, but I don't know if she's the right fit because of her vision for her personal real estate business. So really liked her, think she would work really well on our team, but she just has to decide if she belongs on a team or not. So yeah, I'm excited. Really enjoyed chatting with her and getting to know her. So excited to see what she thinks she wants to do. But yeah, so my day is kind of done. I might show y'all a little bit of footage of Mr. Yinkin. He's been waiting on me to play with him tonight, so we'll see. I'm excited. Edward's making fish for dinner. Oh no, I gotta show you whatever Edward makes for dinner because that dude can cook in the kitchen, and I had lots of special requests for what he makes for dinner, so I am insanely excited to eat. It is 5:20, and all I had was that salmon English muffin thingamabobber, so excited for yummy dinner. I don't think I showed y'all my outfit today, so I have these like leather, pleather, whatever they are, black leggings and this really pretty sweater, and let's see if anyone's watching me, brand new cute little backpack purse that I'm in love with. That is, what brand is it? The BB Bark, so it's made out of tree, so vegan. I try not to walk on the grass. I try to walk on the path, but that is my outfit of the day with my boots.
Starbucks?
Yeah, my meeting was at Starbucks.
That's weird.
It's weird. You're weird.
Why do we want a cake pop?
You want a cake pop? Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing, Paper Mama?
What are you doing?
I'm recording it. Stop recording it.
What are you making? Is that an egg or a rainbow swimming pool?
Rainbow egg.
A rainbow egg. It's pretty.
Thanks.
I love you.
Love you too.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Where are we gonna go?
HB.
No, what are we gonna go get?
Candy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go Kroger though. Let me get my coat.
Can someone open my door,
Please.
please? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Show me your best karate chop. Let me see it. Karate chop. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Gotta hit it in the middle, okay? Oh, almost.
Good job.
I'll do it again.